Hello, friends. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Conservative Poet with me, Amania. So, friends, I'm going to just share some truths, share some personal, very personal truths here on YouTube. So, with my health situation, I've had to give up a lot of things. So, I used to indulge in a very nice dry, dirty martini, and I loved it with olives. And even sometimes I'd have olives filled with blue cheese. God, what a drink. Dirty martinis with olives. That used to be my drink of choice. And God, did I love them. And then also, I had to give them up, my health and all of that. And so I also gave up pies. I loved me some pecan pie. Oh, God, help me. I could eat a whole pie. I could sit there and eat a whole pie. I could. I don't think I've ever done it, but hell, I know I could. But since I can't have martinis anymore, and I can't have pie anymore, I've had to find ways to fill the void. And so, friends, there is nothing more satisfying to me these days than to watch the Democrats eat each other alive. That is my new fix. Watching the Democrats literally devouring each other alive. Yeah, I can still use a martini though. So, friends, it seems that the Democrats are literally trying to figure out how to get old Joe out. And so, word on the street is Michelle Obama might be the one to kick him to the left as she slithers her way in because the Democrats have no better options than to go for another term of Barack Obama. But again, the wife will be the face, you know. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk a little bit about what's been happening with the Obamas and how they are putting old Joe down. I don't mean down, down. I mean they're trying to put him out of the White House, not down, down, not, I ain't saying none of that. I just said they trying to put him out of the White House. He ain't gonna be the top guy no more. He ain't gonna be the front no more. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So it appears that Michelle Obama's camp has been quietly tapping into the donor piles to see, you know, if she can get that guac, if she can get that money, for her to run her campaign. And so they're testing the waters to see, hey, would you support a Michelle Obama campaign? Would you support a Michelle Obama candidacy? Would you support a Michelle Obama setup? So yeah, they're putting the feelers out there so they can see if Michelle Obama gonna be the guy, if Michelle Obama gonna be the gal, if she gonna be the gal. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If she gonna be the gal. So that's what's happening. So we all know Michelle Obama has great credentials. She what she went to Harvard, I don't know, Princeton, I don't know. We know she's done some great things. It wasn't just that she was Mrs. Obama. She is accomplished in her own right. She is a woman of stature, a woman of gravity, a woman of a whole lot. She got a whole lot going on. So yeah, so they're thinking about her because obviously Kamala won't be able to cut the mustard because they don't want her because she got a stink on her like nobody's business. Nobody wants to touch that Kamala Harris stink. So yeah, they don't want to be bothered with her. So they're looking for fresh blood, and the only two people that they really have is, I guess, Michelle Obama and Gavin Newsom. So for whatever reason, Gavin Newsom was making the rounds. He was out there. He was in China trying to get that approval from Xi Jinping. You know, Xi Jinping, if I get in, you know, business is normal. We gonna continue our alliance. You're gonna still be in control of us. We still gonna be your puppets. You know, we gonna still be your puppet. You know, so he made the rounds. And y'all remember when they came up here, when they came to California, he cleaned up the streets, got rid of the homeless, don't know where they went, don't know what they did with them, don't know what happened to them, but the homeless was gone. The streets was clean. The graffiti was washed off. Yeah, so you know. So he was trying to present himself in the best and proper way to his boss, Xi Jinping. And so now it's gotten quiet on that stage, you know, ever since DeSantis taught him a thing or two at that governor's debate. He's been quiet. So, but the noise again, Michelle Obama is treading around. So let's take a look to see what somebody with more information on this has to say. Okay? I'll see y'all there. Hello, fellow patriots. Thank you so much for your support. And again, you can do so by purchasing products from the Orlando Patriots, mugs, t-shirts, all of your patriotic gear. We are in an election year, so we need to show the world that we support our candidates, especially President Trump. So get some gear at theorlandopatriot.com and you'll get 30% off. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I'll see you there. So what you're going to see here is an old clip of our boy Tucker Carlson, and this was done, I'm going to say maybe a year or so back. I'm not sure how long ago he did this. But in any event, he was looking towards the future because now we are literally in the mix. So Tucker had Candace Owens on and they talked a little bit about all of this. But before he brings Candace on, he lays down the foundation of Kamala Harris and her incompetence, Joe Biden, who's finished, and of course, Obama for a third turn, maybe fourth turn. First turn, second turn, Biden's turn, and now Michelle's turn. So he'd be looking at a 4-term. So we're going to hear our friend Tucker Carlson right now.
She emerged in this way. Well, there might be a reason. In fact, if you didn't know any better, if you were visiting this country from a foreign land trying to figure out what's going on in the U.S., you might mistake what Michelle Obama is doing right now for the beginnings of a presidential campaign. So first, you have a manufactured white racism panic. That's a clue. But the clincher is menopause. Unlike every other woman over 50 in all human history, Michelle Obama, we're sad to tell you, has menopause. It's not clear where she caught it. Maybe there was an outbreak in Edgartown. But it's bad. At one point, Michelle Obama gained up to 6 pounds. You don't know how much she suffered. Let's put it this way. Baton Death March survivors, she laughs at you. You can't fathom her pain. Watch her talk about it on TV.
I am still physically active, and my goal now, instead of having Michelle Obama arms, I just want to keep moving. Just keep moving. If I can walk, move, I don't have to run, I don't have to beat everyone. So I've had to change the way I see myself in my health space. I never used to weigh myself. I'm not trying to stick to numbers, but when you're in menopause, you have this slow creep.
You have this slow creep. And no, she's not talking about Joe Biden here, who is technically one of the slowest creeps in America. She's talking about her own thighs. Now, why is Michelle Obama telling you about her menopausal thighs on a TV show? Possibly because she's a crazed narcissist who thinks her own thighs are interesting to you. And that's, of course, true. But there may be other reasons. Consider that today's Washington Post expressed deep dissatisfaction with Joe Biden's current heir, Kamala Harris. Now, Harris is a woman who cannot even consistently pronounce her own first name. and she might not be, as the Post suggests, up for the job of leading this country. And we're quoting. Some Democrats are worried about Harris's political prospects, the paper says. They're worried she may not have the, quote, political skills to win a national race. Whoa, wait a second, pale colonizer. Kamala Harris doesn't have skills? Isn't that racist? Well, as the Post reports, yes, it is. Quote, some party members fear that Americans are simply not willing to elect a woman of color as president, especially given the racism and sexism they see emerging in recent years, because there's more now. So here's the problem for the Democratic Party. The current vice president is totally incompetent and universally loathed by everyone, including her staff and possibly her husband, who literally kissed her with a mask on. We're not judging, but you can see it for yourself. So you don't want her, but you can't just ditch her for a white dude. Sorry, that's not equity. So where do you go from here? Ooh, good question. And it turns out it's a question that Michelle Obama seems to have been
seen that, heard that, good. So Tucker called on the hammer, Candace Owens, the only hammer there is, to give us a clear view on exactly what is going on. Is Michelle Obama truly ready? Are they going to ditch old Joe? Are they going to shift Kamala to the side? Candace Owens gives her opinion right now.
Between now and, say, the January primaries of 2024.
I think you have it exactly right. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of her, and I know that we've all been wondering who are they going to put up as a candidate. It's become very clear the media is dumping Joe Biden, right? Suddenly they're able to critique Hunter Biden's laptop. They're able to look at all of his corruption and things that they just were unwilling to do for the first 4 years of his presidency. So they're basically saying, we no longer have your back. Now we're saying that you do some bad stuff. And, oh, maybe he's not just forgetful sometimes. Maybe he is, in fact, senile, and we're not going to have him forth as a candidate. It begs the question, which ism are they going to run on? This is what they do. You are correct. You have sexism, which I think people grew very tired of after Hillary Clinton. We get it. We all hate women. We're all misogynists, according to the left. And they ran Hillary and she didn't win. When they ran Biden, of course, it was racism. It was everybody is a racist. It was the COVID pandemic. You're right about these emergencies. But what I will say about Michelle Obama is I think she's smarter than to run on just race, because people forget this. But Obama was smarter than to run on just race the first time that he ran. He refused to answer those questions. I think what she's doing, and the reason why she's talking about her menopause, is she's making an Oprah appeal. She's appealing to suburban women because that's the group of individuals that Biden lost, right? So she thinks that she makes herself relatable to suburban women, and she just remembers basic answers like what is your name, things that Joe Biden can't remember, what are your children's name, that she can get by because she knows that she'll have the full support of the media behind her. So I don't doubt that they are priming her to be the candidate, because I don't know who else they have to put forth.
Well, that's it. I mean, the bench is thin. I mean, Gavin Newsom presiding over the worst managed state in American history. I don't think there's really much debate about that at this point. I mean, literally. And then Kamala, Carmela, whatever her name is, she can't decide Harris. Anyone who laughs at the idea of Michelle Obama becoming president should remember that Joe Biden is the president.
That's exactly right, and that's why I would not laugh. I would not laugh at it, because she is a way stronger candidate, of course, than Joe Biden, who didn't even have to go to any rallies. He had a bunch of cars that were honking at him. It's definitely something to consider seriously. And I don't know what the point would be. I guess just to pretend that things are changing. We know it's just a continuation of the Clinton administration to the Obamas to the Bidens. It's all the same, but I guess people believe that it's actually changed if they have a different person, and they'll just be relieved that they're not having to fight for Biden again and pretend that he's a legitimate president, and he obviously can't even hold a decent press conference or speak to the media whatsoever. And of course, Kamala, however you say her name, nobody is taking her seriously. She has that Hillary factor. She's just unlikable. You put her in front of a camera and you walk away and you just kind of go, oh my gosh, what was that? I don't like her. I don't know why. You can't really explain what it is, but there's no way they're going to run an election with her. And I think it's very real that Michelle Obama is going to be their candidate.
I think you're right. I do.
Seen that, heard that, good. So friends, if you're paying attention to the news, you're seeing that the media is coming out after Biden. Everybody's talking bad about Biden. Even our friend Joy Reid had a hot mic moment where she said something about Joe Biden getting us into more effing wars. That's what she say on the hot mic. So everybody seems to be turning on Biden. And so the understanding is that they're going to let him continue for a little while as they continue to bash him and say what a terrible president he is. He's too old. He needs to retire. He needs this and he needs that. Again, they are laying down the rock, laying down the brooks for the Madame Michelle to come in and save the day. Because here's the tricky part. Getting rid of Kamala, black folks is going to be up in arms. Even though they know she's a fail, even though they know she's done nothing good, even though she's failed at the border, even though she has done nothing good, if you say we're not going to run Joe Biden, Biden's not going to be the guy, then they said, well, what happened to Kamala? She's second up. She's second up. Y'all can't just roll over Kamala. Y'all just can't roll over Kamala. She's second up. She gonna be the president. She gonna be the president. And so if she ain't the president, they might have riots up in here again. Another summer of love, a year of love, a year of love. So yeah, these people are gonna act the fool. Even though Kamala Harris is the biggest failure there is. But because she's black, she's got a vagina. Yeah, that's going to be cause for riots. So they can't put Gavin Newsom in. They can't do it. They can't do it. So they got to find them another black woman to do the job. And it looks like it's going to be the former First Lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama. So therefore, Barack will have 4 terms. Because he's the string behind the strings, right? And so there you have it. Michelle Obama. Quietly. And so they say that the way they're going to do it is after, well, they're not having any primaries, right? Democracy died. The people don't even get to choose. They just say, this is who we're putting in front of you, and you better deal with it. So Miriam Williamson, who's a candidate, no debates with Biden. Robert F. Kennedy, is that his? Yeah, Kennedy, no debates. Mr. Cornel West, no debates. Who else? Oh, there's another guy, Democrat, a young guy. No debates. Democracy, right? Democracy works. So yeah, they've taken away your rights to pick. And so Joe Biden is going to be the guy. And then all of a sudden, maybe they're going to have indictment issues come for him, for that Hunter laptop business. They might put him down because of that. They might say, well, his health is poorly. He's got poor health. And he's just tired. And he's got poor health. And we just going to have to retire him because he going to have to step down because his health is in crisis. His memory too. Or whatever that they come up with to get him off. And then make the way for Michelle Obama. Well, friends, there you have it. 2024 on the Democrat side. They're going to put in Michelle. Michelle is coming in. Anyway, Trump can take her too. But it's going to be interesting to hear the conversation, right? So obviously, they're going to have to say, and whenever Trump say anything about her, obviously he's a racist because you're talking about a black woman. You're not supposed to talk about a black woman. So they're going to come for him saying he's a racist. And of course, they're going to say he's a sexist because he's a misogynist and he's talking about women. And oh God, he's talking about the black queen, the black woman, Miss First Lady. So yeah, it's going to be tough for Trump because this is going to be a beast, because everything that he comes out here and talk about, you're seeing it right now with Nikki Haley. Exactly what you're seeing right now with Nikki Haley is what it's going to be like when they put Michelle out there, and Trump is he's campaigning. We're in a war, we're in a fight. So yeah. So they're going to nitpick everything he say. And of course, she's going to be the angel, Mrs. Obama, the first Black president. Oh my God. It's history in the making. Do you remember that history in the making jab that they gave us when Obama got in? And Obama did nothing for the Black people? All that's going to go away in their mind. They ain't even going to remember how bad it was for them under Obama. No, because all they're going to see now is the first Black woman president. Can't you see though? Can't you see it, friends? We's arrived. We's truly arrived. We arrived when Obama came, but that's different. Now we've got a woman. We've got a vagina. Obama, Mrs. Michelle Obama. Black folks has really arrived now. We's really arrived now with Michelle Obama. And they're going to paint this beautiful picture. And the Black folks is going to fall in line. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. But this is what we're going to be seeing. Because again, they're going to call President Trump all kinds of racist, all kinds of xenophobe, all kinds of sexist. Oh, what other words is there? I don't even know. But whatever they going to throw the bucket at him. They going to throw it all at him. And it's going to be really, really sad to watch, to see, to go through. I think that's going to be it for me, friends. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for sharing the video. Like, share, and subscribe. And I thank you again for supporting the channel with all that you do on the platform, sharing it, purchasing the merchandise. It really does help me out. I thank you all for everything, and I'm just so grateful. So, friends, the election time is here. 2024. We've got an election to win. We've got local races, we've got congressional races, and we've got the presidency, man. We've got a lot of work to do. So you guys get in there, get in your communities, volunteer, get on a campaign, make phone calls, whatever it takes. We are in a war, and they're putting up their best man to take down Trump. I did mean it this time.